My first question was if the shocks were adjusted correctly for sag, etc. Sag, rebound, and preload are terms I thought were reserved for mountain bikes. But a bike is a bike and a shock is a shock, right? The user's manual has shock adjustments and settings based on the user's weight. But here's the kicker. It's the weight while wearing full riding kit, including a backpack if applicable. And I do mean both kinds. So after my first ride, I got jolted pretty badly on the cracks on the road. When I got back, I discovered my shocks were set to 10. That is way down here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 is like way down here. I immediately released the tension by adjusting the shocks to my recommended setting based on my weight, but apparently it wasn't enough. The ride was still pretty rough. Then I discovered it's not just me. Harley's stock shocks are considered poor by most riders, including most Harley dealers. So today we're going to swap them for some Revo-A shocks by Legend.
Legend tells of a legendary warrior whose kung fu skills were the stuff of legend.
Legend's reputation precedes itself. When I asked around, Legend was the first brand that came out of everyone's mouth. I settled on the Revo-A model. Okay. Legendary. Okay, that's enough bullshit. Let's swap them out. Like I said before, I'm not a certified mechanic, but I got enough time in the Army that I know how to follow maintenance directions. So here we go. We will determine that this is a 12-inch, it's 11 and a half. Use the OE bolts, but use Legend's spacers, so washers first. These washers. Make sure the dial is at the bottom and facing out. That's 1 inch. 13 inches. And that's about it. We're not done. There's a calibration process, but right now I need to be on the ground for that, both to check the sag, which this is confirmed a 13-inch shock, which means it requires 1 inch of sag when the operator sets on it. So I'm not going to do that here. We have much more to do on the Sportster 48. Once we get that done and we get it on the ground, then I'll go back to calibrating the shocks. For now, appreciate you stopping by, checking it out. There's 8 million bajillion Sportster builds out there. So hopefully you'll like this one. All right, hit that subscribe. If I'm doing something wrong, if you got comments, please let me know, because I'm not a motorcycle mechanic. I'm not a Harley mechanic at all. I just know how to follow directions. So let me know in the comments what you would have done. And yeah, see you next time.